for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert Dr. Teresa Moore. A Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you.
Brought to you by Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore.
Happy Saturday morning. Happy Saturday morning,
Happy
everyone.
Saturday, everybody.
Yes. How was your week?
You know what? I am still pumped from last night. We had a women's prayer last night at my church, and I'm still pumped. I mean, so that like set the tone. All week long, it's been busy, but I'm telling you, last night was like the icing on the cake. It was so good.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say behind that. Well, praise the Lord. Amen.
Come on,
Hallelujah.
that's
praise
it.
the Lord.
That's
Amen.
it. That's
so
it.
excited that you guys fellowshipped on Friday night at the church. And, I'm glad you guys probably prayed for me because I was in the bed at 8:45, 8:50, laying down, trying to relax, trying to get ready for this morning.
I think that's a little jab because I was not in the bed. But you know what? We did pray. And just shout out to my pastor, Marlon J. Reed. It was amazing how...
Shout out to your fine pastor.
Pastor. Regina.
Shout out to your fine pastor. And his beautiful wife.
Well, my pastor isn't married.
Okay, well, you shouldn't have said that. I'm on the air.
Well, he'll tell you. Like, it's not a secret. But shout out to my pastor. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for just being who you are and having the doors open last night so we can fellowship.
You know, let me just back up. I want to go off the agenda here a little bit. But so when a man of God is not married, you know, sometimes all these heathens in the church or all these women. Okay, let me stop. Okay, let me bring it on back. I'm looking at Dr. T. You guys don't know what Dr. T does when she's on air. She's over there. Tell them what you're doing right now. Tell
Part of me is praying because I don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know what's gonna come out my mouth.
I literally, and the other part is I be doodling on a piece of paper. You know, just kind of being calm.
So you doing that calms your nerves down when you're stressed or.
I'm not really stressed though. It's just something to do. You know what I mean? So I've learned how to compartmentalize.
That gotta be your stress. That's your stress reliever.
I don't think so. I just think it's something I like to do.
Why do you doodle?
I like to do it. I just like to.
Okay, so the therapist and me.
Oh Lord! From the school of hard knock queens.
No, they know hard knocks queen because the queen is You gotta take that back. Hard knocks?
Yeah, what? It's a hard knocks life.
No.
But hey, listen, I'm just talking.
So this doodling
Queen's
over
University.
Here. No, okay, you clean that up. So you doodling over there. So doodling to me is like maybe like a stress reliever. You had like I used to chew gum a lot. You asked me this morning, did I have any mints or anything? And I said no. Mm-hmm. I used to chew gum as a stress reliever, right?
Really?
And I bought some. You know that. So last night I bought some gum, right? And I was shout out to Family Dollar in Pontiac on Auburn Road, who didn't know who card machine wasn't working last night, and and they were like, "Oh, it's cash only. Why didn't you have a card only machine up saying no cards accepted?" But check this out: a guy behind me was like, "I'll pay for it." And I said, "No, it's ATM over there." I went to the ATM, turned around and came back, and I said, "Let me stop. Don't let me block my blessings." You know, I went back. Yeah. The guy behind me actually paid for I was going to drop my brother's personals off, right? Mm-hmm. Personal things off, personal items. Mm-hmm. And so I had to go buy deodorant. The deodorant at the Family Dollar cost the same price at Walmart and Target, just so you know. So I don't know about the Family Dollar anymore. So I got two my brother's deodorant each, right? And then I got some gum. Mm-hmm. And I think my total was like $6.86. It was $6 and some change, right? Mm. No, I'm sorry, it was $8 because the gum was $4.
Ooh, the gum almost was more expensive than a deodorant.
Yeah, almost, but the gum at Target is a little cheaper.
Well.
But anyway, the purpose of me saying this is shout out to the guy who actually paid for my items. I let him too. Usually I just
good.
don't. But I said, I went to the ATM and I walked back and I said, I didn't put my card in it, but I said, God, don't let me block my blessings. Somebody want to do something for me.
That's good. You know, I remember getting in trouble with the Lord a while ago because, you know, sometimes when you're a giver and you always giving, and it's your nature, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes to receive. And so the Lord just chastised me because I would tell people no, that I'm good. And he just reminded me, how is it that I can sow and never expect to reap when the word tells me that you reap what you sow? So if you're always sowing, then you have to expect a reaping to come. And it's almost like a slap in God's face saying that, you know, I'm able to sow, but I'm not allowing him to give back unto me.
And not wanting to receive when somebody's blessing you. But you never know when somebody's going to bless you, right?
That's true.
So that blessing, God backed me up. It's to back me up to say, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate you.
You know what? That's good. That's good.
And things that are happening in my life is I'm having to make a quick decision, a pivot when things happen. Because, you know, sometimes you want to be able to take a minute and just breathe it in and make a decision. But you're not always able to do that. A lot of times you're not able to do that, right? So,
yeah, it just kind of depends on what's going on.
Yeah, so a couple of things happened to me this week, and I shared that conversation with you, which I'm not going to share it on air. But I had to really, God just had me say the right words and just be able to be in the moment to deal with the situation.
That's good.
But in the past, I have not been able to do that. So God is working with me far as my strength, my growth, and when I sit beside you every Saturday morning and we have breakfast or we have our conversation during the week, that has made my strength and my faith grow. Where is that coming from? Hold on, is that Regina talking?
It seems like your faith muscle is growing, so that's good.
My faith muscle.
Your faith muscle, yeah. So I appreciate that. So, I mean, literally, you have to be careful who you surround yourself with. Because if you're surrounding yourself with someone who is an encourager, who believes in God, who just lives a lifestyle of thankfulness, of gratitude, then naturally you're going to pick up on that.
Well, that was our word of the day, gratitude.
It is.
And actually, you know, I was expressing gratitude before we even actually said what our word of the day was. So the gratitude that I had last night in Family Dollar, and that's probably maybe the second time that I've been in that Family Dollar since it's been open. But I thought about one more thing I needed to get them before I dropped their personal items off. And you know, I thank God that I went into that store, that I was able to get that blessing and didn't even know that I was going to receive that blessing.
But I need you to know this too. Like when you're a sower, when you give, you have to expect the word to work. So the Bible says that it give and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, runneth over, that men will give unto your bosom. He'll cause men to give unto your bosom. So when you give, you have to have a understanding that you're going to get something. Because your giving is a seed.
Well, but that's like you always thinking like, hey, somebody's going to give me something because of what I'm
not
doing,
necessarily.
Right?
Like you may not get something material wise, but it could be God's giving you an extension on your life. You know, many things come out of giving. Giving is a seed. When you sow the seed, then there's a reaping that's coming from that seed.
Well, you know, I received that, but my perspective and my faith is different than it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
As it should. Yeah. It should be growing.
Yeah. And it is, and I feel the growth, and I feel where I'm receiving more, but I'm talking more. You know, I'm not just saying it's okay. When somebody does something, no, I don't like this. How are we going to deal with it? Yeah. But it's how you deal with it, right?
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's having gratitude for the things when things happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and when I looked up the word gratitude, I loved how, you know, the dictionary itself. So we know when we talk about gratitude, naturally it's saying thank you, but it says the quality of being thankful. That means like it's a quality, the readiness to show appreciation. You know, when you're showing gratitude, like you're ready, you're predisposed to say thank you. Like, and that's, you know, that should be our positioning in life, period. to say thank you. Number one, say thank you to God, because every day that you arise, that's a gift. God doesn't have to give us that gift. So since we up, we might as well give him the fruits of our lips and say thank you.
Well, God doesn't have to wake us up every morning.
Absolutely.
You know, I was talking to a customer this week. I forget who it was, she called me, and she said, good morning. I speak to Regina, the Queen of Carlones. I'm like, yes, this is Regina, the Queen of Carlones. And she said, how are you? And I said, I'm excellent this morning. And I said, how are you? She said, glad God woke us up. Glad God woke me up, but glad I was woken up. Or something about being happy that she woke up this morning.
Yeah.
And I said, that's the same thing that I say when I get up every morning. I thank God for waking me up.
Me too. That's my first words. Lord, I thank you.
But the thing is, though, is that we have to realize that no matter how our day is, the entire day, is that be thankful that you were able to wake up. Because some people were not able to wake up this morning.
That's right.
Or not able to get out the bed this morning.
Not by themselves. That's good. I remember when we had the Cofields on here, and he kind of talked about, sometimes we categorize our day based on what's happening. And it's, look how many hours in a day. It's 24 hours in a day. All 24 hours is not bad. You may be experiencing something that's uncomfortable and unpleasant in parts of the day, but not the entire day. And you can still say thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
So if anytime you wake up, well, just think about this. If anybody listening right now, first thing when you get up out, when you wake up and you notice that every morning when you wake up, you need to thank the Lord for opening your eyes.
Amen.
Thank him for the strength. Thank you for the health. No matter if your health even if your health is failing, right?
Yeah,
but you're still here.
Yeah.
Thank
God's
God
still a
for,
healer.
Yeah. He's still a healer. And know that, hey, God got you.
Yeah.
But, Joe Lunghamer just sent me a text, and he said, it's time for a break. And who we got coming up next?
So I'm excited. We have Master Baker and CEO of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop, Cierra Crudup, and we'll be right back.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Lunghamer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Regina, the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Carlones. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Carlones at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Master Baker Cierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com. And we are back. I'm so excited. We have Master Baker and CEO of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop, Cierra Crudup, on the line with us this morning. Good morning, Cierra.
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
She sounds like she's talking out her nose.
You know, I would love to be asleep right now.
Well, you know what? It is truly a blessing, number one, to be up. And number two, we're so thankful for every guest who called because it is 6 a.m. And we understand that the early bird gets the word. The worm and the word, okay?
The worm and the word.
So what's up, Miss Crudup? How you doing this morning?
Good. Just getting ready for a busy day. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
We're good. The Lord woke us up this morning.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to having you on this morning.
Yeah. So you said you're pretty busy. What's Saginaw got going on?
Well, today we have the Black Arts Festival. So it's called the African Cultural Festival, and it's a really big event that happens. This is the 56th year for Saginaw.
Wow.
And this is an event where the community really comes together. You have lots of vendors, lots of entertainment, lots of singers, and our church is doing the service on Sunday. So it's just a weekend full of culture and just good energy and all of that. It's beautiful once you're out there with all the people and the vendors. It's just a great time.
Wow.
So, is this your second year, your third year, your first year? How many years have you been participating?
Well, so I started this event about 7 years ago. And then when COVID happened, they stopped doing the event. So this is my first year doing it post-COVID. And we had a really good turnout yesterday. We're out there today and tomorrow. And, of course, we sold out yesterday. So, everything is going good.
So share with the listeners where, if they were interested in coming, where would they come?
If you guys want to come to the African Cultural Festival, it is right off the highway off of 675 in Saginaw. It's the Morley School Grounds. And when you're driving up to Saginaw to get off the exit 150, you'll see it. It's in a huge park right off the highway, and you cannot miss it. If you want to come check it out. It is definitely a great time.
So what kind of sweets will Delicious Sweets be offering today at the festival?
At the festival, you can find sweet potato pound cake, peach cobbler pound cake. We have strawberry lemonade pound cake, of course, crazy cookies. We have caramel cake and sweet potato pies.
Wow. So you're definitely going to be having foods that will dance on taste buds today. So, Sierra, we're excited about what you're bringing.
Dance on taste
buds.
Today?
Yes, I mean.
Just make that up.
No, you know what? I didn't make it up.
Made that up.
I don't think I did. Sierra, have you ever heard of dancing on taste buds?
Yeah, but in a different way.
That's
I've
your
heard
daughter,
someone
okay.
say,
Never heard of dancing on taste buds. You just made that up.
It's a new thing. It is definitely, how the new trends and new sayings come out.
New to your mama just made it up.
It's definitely one of those.
Make that up. Listen.
New to your mama.
Did he not say he would not do a new thing? Okay, don't let me go to the word on you this morning.
You can go ahead and go to the word because I don't know the word like
old
that.
Things are passed away. Behold, we are doing a new thing. We dancing. We have Delicious Sweets is dancing on taste buds this morning.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So, Sierra, let's get into what we're talking about today. What's up? What we talking about?
Today we're talking about consistency leads to growth.
Wait a minute. Consistency can shake you up, can't it? You was like, consistency.
Right,
that word alone, right?
You know what? And that's good, though, because...
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Say it again.
Consistency what?
Leads to growth.
We just talked about that
We just talked about that. Wow. Come on. School us this morning.
All right. So when I say consistency leads to growth in business, or if you don't have a business, in something that you are striving for, even in your daily job, I think for me as a business owner, it is, I don't want to say a trend to become a business owner nowadays, but social media is giving off a message that becoming an entrepreneur will change your life. And it is a lot easier. You can be your own boss. And a lot of times when you've never had a business before, you jump right into it and it seems to be going good. But then as soon as something happens and it no longer is going good, a lot of times people want to quit. And I want to encourage the listeners that you have to be consistent in order to grow. So regardless of what is going on in your business, if it's slow, if you are hitting roadblocks, you have to continue to persevere and be consistent. And that's the only thing that's going to lead to your growth if you keep doing it.
You know, that is, you know, must be this. The word today, consistency, is very strong, because on our ride in, Dr. T and I had this conversation. She called me. She don't usually call me on Saturday morning. She just ride on in, and but we talked about consistency with us for the last 2 years, the growth and where we're going and the sacrifice, because when we used to be in another station, what did we have to arrive at 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah, we had to do 8:30.
And then now 6 a.m. and just consistently, almost a year being here. Yeah. And then when you think, it's like we are like, what is at the other end of the tunnel? You know what I mean? What's at the other? What's next? It's because you never know. And what did I say? In order to help me out,
you were talking about sacrifice. So you were talking about you had to go through something to get to something.
Yeah. That's key. You got to go through something to get to something. And when you think that it's over, and you tired, right? But you don't want to continue on to be consistent. You have to. You have to keep going, even though you are not seeing the fruits of your labor. Mm-hmm. And the problem that I see sometimes is that people don't understand that you have to keep going. Yeah. The light is there.
But that's what I want to ask Cierra. Like, we hear the word consistency often, right? But what actually does consistency look like? Because, consistency, we have an idea of what it is, right? Mm-hmm. But Cierra, share with us, what does consistency really look like?
Consistency looks like showing up every single time, even when you don't see the results that you want to see. That means that if you're supposed to be somewhere, if you're discouraged, you still show up. If you open your business at 10 o'clock and you feel like, oh, yesterday nobody came in until 12 o'clock, regardless, if you say you open it at 10, you have to be consistent and open at 10, because today you could have a line at 10 o'clock. Yeah. You never really know. And I like what you said about sacrifice. I learned something last week at a business conference, and someone shared that you have to fall in love with sacrifice. And that was like a light bulb went off for me, because when you think about your journey and how much work and effort you put into your goal and what you want to do, and you realize, man, I've sacrificed so much and it seems like I don't have anything, but it's like a test you're going through. You go through all of the sacrifices and everything that you put on the line for that dream and that vision and that goal. And then eventually it happens and things start to get better and you start to grow. Nobody, I don't know, maybe there are some people who have success overnight, but even if they did, at some point on their journey, they went through some point of sacrifice and having to be consistent.
Well, in my mind, what I think all these years I've been living, nobody's successful overnight.
That's true.
You know what I mean? They have to go through something to get to, you know what I mean? They got to go through something to get to something. It just doesn't happen overnight. People say, well, you were successful overnight. No, you weren't, because you had to do something to get where you are. Yeah. It may seem like yes. And it may seem like maybe you got there quicker to your goal than the other person, but it just didn't happen overnight.
We were talking about, and I had a light bulb moment this week as well when we were talking about God, right? Jesus, right? And so Jesus didn't really start his ministry till he was, for 30. So for 30 years, he learned, he did what he had to do. He grew in stature and in nature and, stature and maturity. And he went about just being a normal person. But when he turned 30, that's when the miracles started. That's when he was announced by God. And so sometimes we think that, we're going to jump right into something and it's going to be successful. It takes blood, sweat, and tears to really get to where you want to be. If you work towards it, then you appreciate it more.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're working because you appreciate it more. Like, so if somebody just consistently gives you something, you don't appreciate it as much as you getting up daily and working towards it. Yeah. So Cierra, I just want to, you talk about consistency, and because I have some background history on you, I know what that really looks like.
Because you're her mother.
I am her mother, and I saw her, I saw her cry. I saw her work hard. But Cierra, tell those that are listening right now, you know what, like you said, show up every day. But what does show up look like? Like you're saying this to me, Cierra, show up. But what does show up look like? Does that mean just show up to the bakery? What does that look like?
How do you prepare? In other words, how do you prepare every day or for the week? How do you prepare?
Because it's not written. Right. Nobody tells you that the
this
journey.
Is what you
like you talked about, Cierra, how Facebook and social media, they make you think that it's so easy because we can get on there for do a 30-second short and something like that. But what is that?
So for me, showing up looks like, there's a lot of times where I start my morning very early. And sometimes I don't feel like getting up, and that's okay. That is a real moment. So even though I don't feel like getting up, I still have to. That is a part of me showing up, because if I don't get up, I can't work toward my dream. So the first part is getting up and then preparing my mind for the day. Regardless of what happened yesterday is done. Today is a new day, and I'm working toward that dream, regardless of how I feel. And I know that sounds easy to say, but I mean, literally, if you can imagine you being discouraged, you feeling like it's not working, you feel like, what's the point of this? But you still can push yourself enough to say, you know what? Today is going to be better than yesterday, and I'm doing this for my dream. That is what showing up looks like.
So, Cierra,
how you feel.
You just said you're doing that for your dream. So I want you to hold that thought. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Cierra Crudup.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Lunghamer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have, from warranty work to routine oil changes. We treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule the next service appointment at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Master Baker Cierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
So we're back. And
I was dancing.
Wait a minute. We're back, and we still have Cierra Crudup.
Regina, go get it. She gonna get it, right. Sierra. She gonna get it.
I'm never gonna get it right.
Yes, you are. Right? Look, the little engine that can. You can do all things.
You said the little engine that can.
Right, to I can't. Oh. No, you can get it right. So, Sierra, when we went on break, you was talking about your dreams coming into fruition. Let's go back. Let's jump right back in.
Okay, we were talking about showing up regardless of whatever, however you feel and whatever is going on, because you know that you are doing this for your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when we talk about dreams, you have to ask yourself, like, you know, is this something that you really want to do? Do you really believe in this? Is this really your passion? Because when you're feeling really, really low, if you can take yourself back to your why and the reason why you even started doing this, then that should give you enough encouragement alone to push yourself through.
You know, it takes dedication, because, you know what, we are honest. If you really think about it, we have you and your TT, me, we have a lot in common, because I say that is because, you know, people say to me often, why do I go as hard as I do? And I always say, you know, if I don't sell a car, I don't eat. But if you don't, if you don't sell dessert, or the husband doesn't, you know, you guys don't sell barbecue, you know what I mean? You don't, your taste, but if you don't do what you do, you don't eat. Mm-hmm. So that makes a person go harder when you have to go get your money. And sometimes you might not know where your money's coming from, on what dessert or what, you know what I mean? You don't know. So you have to constantly be working. You know, we had a lot in common on that. So I had to put that up there.
Cierra, you hear that? So that's kind of like drive. Like that's a drive. Like that's what's driving you to get up out of the bed. Because you talk about, you know, some days you don't want to get up. But that's like drive. Like you have no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice when that is your means of eating and that is your income. But, you know, now I have employees. So I look at the people that I hired. And when you come to someone as a potential employee and you start working with them, you believe that they're going to give you hours and that you're going to have a paycheck at the end of those 2 weeks or however often you get paid. So for me, it's like, this is not just about me. If I don't get up today, then what about my staff? You know, I have to be there for them so that I can be a consistent boss. And I can make sure that they get paid, because they're depending on this as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they had to. I remember those days when I had a mortgage company. It was like, you got to pay your employees before you pay yourself. Yeah. You know, because they're going to show up. You can't. The one thing, what I really admire about you is that your consistency. But you got to pay your people. You can't miss a paycheck with your people. You know,
no,
you cannot.
Let's talk about that, though, because, you know, sometimes business owners, they have especially it's glorified social media. Social media will make you think that you are going to have the biggest business. You're going to be as rich. You're going to have everything, because you begin to compare yourself to your product to what you see others doing. Mm-hmm. So let's kind of talk about that for the struggling business owner today who is having difficulties meeting payroll. How do you keep showing up when there's a financial deficit?
You know what? Let's start with the social media is glamorized. So, you know, I just want to let the listeners know, a lot of times the things you see on social media, especially from people that you don't know, and sometimes people that you do know, a lot of that may not be real. You know, people nowadays, especially because being monetized is very popular, people will say something that will grab your attention and draw you in and make you believe it, and it could be completely false. You know, I seen a post where someone said, "Oh, I just got the keys to my new Lamborghini," and then when the camera went off, they were just at a dealership taking a picture in front of a vehicle, and then they drove off in their actual vehicle. So, you know,
are people really doing that?
Don't get caught up in what you see. Yeah, don't get caught up in what you see on social media and think that you're in this alone or you're not successful because you see the next person saying or doing a certain thing.
Well, I really didn't. That is, I mean, I guess that's blowing me away what you just said, because I didn't know people were actually doing that.
Oh, you know, you'd be surprised.
I mean, you know, you got the social. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's no different than you seeing like one of those shorts or ads that says, "Want to learn how to quit your job, be your own boss, and make $100,000 in 6 months?" You know what I'm saying? Like things that grab people's attention and draws them in. Before you know it, you're clicking on their profile, you're watching all their videos, their views are going up. They're making money off of lying to you. And it's a part of the game.
Wow. So can you answer my second part of the question? Because I'm interested.
Okay, what was that?
Well, she remembers.
Well, you remember the question?
The question was, what do I do? Like, what do you do as a business owner when you're having a financial deficit? How do you keep going, when you're experiencing that? And I can give an honest answer because I've been there many times before. And a lot of times people never knew I was going through a financial deficit, but it was very hard to get up on those days or even to keep going. But then you got those employees or you have those customers. And for myself, I would say a lot of times when I felt low or felt down, I would see someone comment on a post and say, "Oh, I love your cake. I'll be in today." Or I would get a reminder that someone is inquiring about a cake order. It seemed like I just couldn't get away from it. Mm-hmm. So when it's your dream and your passion, you just can't get away from it, and it draws you to try to figure out a solution to the problem that you're facing. And if you really want to do this thing, you're going to become an expert at solving problems. Because you will have a lot of problems that you have to solve to get to the end.
Ooh, that is so good.
Talking about that this morning.
That is so good, Sierra. So you know what? That's so good. Like and that goes back to your why. Just asking yourself why you're doing this. But I have to ask you: does faith play a role in your positioning?
Absolutely, faith does play a role. And a lot of times when I'm speaking to people, whether it's about their personal life or business, I like to encourage them to think about a time in their life where they were struggling really bad or something wasn't going right, and they believed that it would work out, and it actually worked out. Mm-hmm. And if you train yourself to think about how things always work out for you and how it's always going to work out for your good, even if it's not how you expect it to work out, it works out for you.
Wow, that is so good. So is that your belief that all things work for your good?
Can I get a word in? Can I get a word in?
Yeah.
Can I get a word in?
Yeah.
Can I get a word in?
She trying to rap this morning.
Can I get a word in?
Yeah.
Can I get a word in?
This is so good.
Can I get a word in? Can I get a word in? Can I get a word in? I love when Sierra on the show. I just like to show out because it's like we have like this energy and connection, the three of us. Because there's more. I'm telling you, the conversation we had this morning was the same thing what we're talking about right now, and it's just. This is God. I'm just excited. So Sierra, let me ask you this question: what is one thing that you want to share with entrepreneurs? We know that where you are today, and your struggle was real at one time. Everybody doesn't know your struggle because some people. We just talked about how people don't get success overnight. What's something that you can give that entrepreneur? Advice that you can give them that they don't have to struggle like you did, because everybody struggled. I struggled. Dr. T struggled. Mm-hmm. What's one thing that you can give them, that listener or that person, if they're an entrepreneur and they really believe in their dream?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say that entrepreneurs, I'm really struggling with my words this morning.
Well, I was too. It took me 5 minutes to get that one out.
Entrepreneurs need to know every area of their business. And when I say that, I mean, when I first started, I didn't know anything about taxes. I didn't know anything about knowing my numbers. So for a lot of years, I knew that I was making money and I was spending money, but I didn't know exactly where my money was going because I didn't have a lot at the end. So when you start your business, a lot of times you're not an expert at taxes or money. You are expert at what you do. So I would encourage entrepreneurs to read and to find other people that are experts in those areas that you're going to need. Every business owner has to file taxes. Every business owner needs to know their numbers. If you don't know how to hire people or how to find good employees, go to the people who have done it. There's a lot of times I've gotten knowledge just by asking a question. And most people will answer the question for you. So you have to be an entrepreneur that wants to know every area of your business, and you stay on top of it so that it doesn't come back to haunt you. And then you're like, oh, my goodness. Not only do I have a financial deficit, but I don't understand taxes. I don't understand employees. I don't even know anything outside of what I do. You have to be one of those people who goes to get it. And I have a really good example. Last week when I was in Detroit at a conference, I met this young lady, and her name was Sierra.
Go figure, right?
Right. Her name was Sierra. She felt the same exact way as me. And she was at the conference because she seen it on Facebook. She didn't know anyone there, but she was captivated by come and learn how to grow your business. Come and learn how to be a better entrepreneur. She didn't know anyone in that room. And she registered, she showed up, and she got so much when she came because she wanted to perfect those areas in her business. Wow. And I thought that was great because I'm not one of those people who just pop up to things where I don't know people. And that was another light bulb or aha moment for myself. You have to show up. You have to go get exactly what you need.
Wow. So, Sierra, tell the listeners, how can they get in touch with you if they would like to have some delicious sweets?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Delicious Sweets Bake Shop or dsibakeshop.com.
Thank you so much, Sierra. It's always a pleasure to have you join us every second Saturday of the month. So have a great Saturday, and we'll see you next month.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Master Baker Cierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com. We are back, and we're so excited. This is the part of the show that we absolutely love. This is when we give our business shout outs and also our upcoming events. So, Regina, what you got going on?
Well, I am trying to actually message someone on Facebook here.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
So, well, we know. Okay, so while we wait on Regina.
Oh,
okay.
I'm ready.
My mic check. 1, 2, 1.
So, what? That's MC Light.
That's
MC
it.
Light. Check 1, check 2, check 3. Anyway, the business, all these three businesses, all these three events that I'm going to talk about, I just realized I'm going to be at all three.
Come on,
I'm going to be busy this month.
Yes, come with it.
So Monday is Pontiac Meals on Wheels Foundation 27th Annual Golf Outing Fundraiser, which is Monday, August 12th, 2024. The link's at Crystal Lake. It's located at 800 Golf Drive, Pontiac, Michigan, and we'll be there from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll have prizes and raffles. Prizes for top teams, raffles, souvenir booklet, Weep and Brag reception, and sponsorship available. Not anymore. Sponsorship's not available because that's closed. Event details, registration at 7 a.m., breakfast at 7 a.m. Let me just tell you this. At our golf outings, the 27th, 1, we have the breakfast. We have 3 omelet stations. So I would tell you this. don't even eat the day before. Don't even eat dinner the
Don't
day
eat
before.
at all.
Don't eat dinner Sunday night because you're going to have a great breakfast, right? 3 omelet stations. Then we have a lunch on the turn.
Come on, lunch on the turn.
And then after lunch on the turn at 11 a.m., we have a reception at 1 o'clock.
That's going to be nice.
So we're going to feed you 3 times. 3
That's
times.
going to be some good eating.
You know, I know that we have one of the best omelets. The best golf outings. Because I've heard
I think
about
Regina hungry this morning, y'all.
No, you came in and said you was hungry, ready for breakfast. You were telling me where you weren't going.
Steak and eggs sound really good.
No, when I pay, you think you're going to eat steak and eggs? No. No.
Okay.
No. You got to have a budget.
All right,
but anyway,
so
that's my one. That's my
if
one
I win
event.
at the golf outing, though, you know.
You're not even coming to the golf outing, so next.
But you going, that's enough. So I'm excited that the next event, Twins Company presents the Back to School Bash. That's today, y'all. Today, August the 10th, 2024. This is happening today at Richardson Park. What to expect? You're going to get school supplies. They got a bazaar, and it's going to be giveaways, fun, vendors, games, music, entertainment, gel manicures, and more. That is at Richardson Park today in Pontiac from 12 noon to 5. You don't want to miss it. So please, today, get your kids ready, your grandkids, take them to the Back to School Bash. This school supplies bazaar and giveaway. You want to get the kids there, y'all. Get them there so that they can get these school supplies. They have exhibitors, community outreach is going to be there. The Flaming Apron, Gabby's Dipping Dots, Nails by Jaya, and to become an exhibitor, it's a little bit too late, but go by now so that you today from 12 to noon, go by now so you can get those kids their back to school supplies.
So a second event we have is another event that I'm gonna be attending is next Sunday, August 18th. Community Outreach Services has their 3rd annual Family Appreciation Day. Check-in is at 11:30. Events from 12 to 4. Activities include community resources, children activities, family activities, dance performance, music. So if you want to dance, bring your dancing shoes. We'll wear them. We got food, face painting. Face painting for the kids. Yeah. Prizes, mobile game truck, participation certificate, partnership highlights, and much more. For more information and last-minute event or volunteer sponsors, but I'm saying last minute because it's actually that next Sunday, call 248-622-4334. Call at 248-622-4334. And this is located at, oh my God, it doesn't say here where it's located. But I believe it's at United Wholesale Mortgage. Mm-hmm. I think that's where the location is. But I'm excited because I'm going to be there. I had my table.
Yay, congratulations. Shout out to them. Want to highlight Soul Rolls on the Go. Jennifer Kaur, she caters, and if you're interested in gourmet egg rolls, she is the one to see. You can reach her at 513-43-ROLLS, ROLLS. She's on social media as Soul Rolls, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. She is Soul Rolls on the Go. So if you are in the Pontiac area, you can catch her at many times right off of Woodward. She has gourmet egg rolls, and she also has egg roll desserts. So you want to check her out. Let's support our Pontiac businesses. There's plenty of food trucks around, and we want to highlight those businesses.
The next event that we have, I'm going to be at this event. Oh, my God, I didn't realize I had this much going on this month. So August 23rd, we have a gala celebration. Champion Church, which my pastor, overseer Leon Porter and Lady Monica Porter, is having celebration 18th pastoral anniversary. RSVP actually
Shout out
was
to
yesterday.
Pastor Porter.
Shout out to Pastor Porter and Lady Monica. I am actually the hostess. So, you know, this will be my first time actually being a hostess, so I'm very excited about it.
Me too.
And, yeah, Dr. T is going to be in the house.
And I will be.
And I'm super excited for that. It's the 18th 18 years of ministry celebration for Overseer Leon Porter and Lady Monica Porter. Let's celebrate the man, the marriage, the ministry, and the mission.
All right.
And it said Andy Amo. Can I ever get that right? Italian cuisine. Wow.
Cuisine.
400 Renaissance Center, Detroit, Michigan, 48243, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Even the tire seats are still available. Oh, they're limited. I'm sorry.
They're limited. What's that date again?
August 23rd. It is a Friday.
So I'm so excited just to be at Andy Amo's in the Ren Center. It's a beautiful place. We certainly are excited to celebrate Pastor Porter and Lady Monica Porter. We appreciate them and their service in the community. The next thing I would like to highlight, listen, we had an entrepreneur on today, and Regina and I both are entrepreneurs, and sometimes you may need a little help. So if you don't have time to clean up, listen, this person, Aunt Rosie, has a cleaning service. She is ready to help you. She says that she has 15 years of experience in residential cleaning, Airbnb cleaning, office cleaning, move in and move out service, pre and post party cleaning, and she's ready to serve you. So if you are an entrepreneur, or if you're someone who just need a little assistance with getting the house clean, it's almost time for the fall and you may want to clean out some things, give Aunt Rose a call at 248-242-0081. Again, that's 248-242-0081, or you can reach her at Aunt Rosie's, AUNTROSES, 919@gmail.com. Let her get it done for you.
Getting it done.
You know, Regina, I'm super excited. I'm so glad that we talked about gratitude. And I just really want to shout out all the listeners and those that follow us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We want to say thank you. Thank you for following Be in the Driver's Seat. Thank you for listening to our different commentary, and also all of the guests that has been on for the last 2 years. We thank you so very much. We are so appreciative, and it has been some great talent and great conversation on Being a Driver's Seat.
Consistency, because you never know what's on the other side. You just never know.
Consistency leads to growth.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
because you gotta go some. You gotta. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave on that one because I was about to say something that I'm not gonna say I shouldn't say, but I didn't have my words together on that one.
Well. Thank you, everybody, for listening this week to Be in a Driver's Seat. We're so excited that you joined us. We are grateful, and happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
See you next week.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore.
Brought to you by Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. From Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore, thank you for listening.